What's up, guys? Today, what we are going to be discussing is sometimes you just need to be still with God. There has been times in my life where I've been judgmental towards my family, especially my younger brother, which he's considered the middle child in the family. I feel like as I've been getting more and more with my walk with God, there has been things in the past. Now looking back, I realized that I was in the wrong. In the moment, when I remember the way that I condemned others, especially my younger brother, on being more fit without realizing that I was being a hypocrite and I was telling him to become fit. Meanwhile, I wasn't doing anything to improve my life as well. The reason why I named this video, Sometimes You Just Need to Be Still with God, is that the times I remembered when I came to arguments with my brothers and putting them down, I realized that when I spent time with God alone, it was like God was convicting me that I had to do better and that I had to show more compassion and show more mercy towards others, especially my younger brother. And now looking back, I realized that was necessary for me to go through that since I had like a very big ego and there was a lot of pride in my life. And back then I didn't realize it, but it was like God was showing me as time went by. I'm grateful that God has humbled me since as time goes by and I self-reflect, I realize how much God has changed me. And I used to be very condemning to my brother, and now I'm trying to be more supportive towards him since I realized that we're in the same boat. It's like the struggles that my brother's going through, I can relate to. I'm starting to notice how much Jesus can relate to us, how much he can relate to our struggles. When you can relate to someone that has the same struggles as you, it's like you can trust that person. And that's how I'm starting to have more and more trust with my brother. I'm starting to have a more close bond with him. Even though we still argue from time to time, it's like our relationship got more stronger because of that. And with my relationship with Jesus, it's like the struggles I've gone through, it made me more and more closer to him as well. I wanted to touch base about how I thought I was being productive on watching self-improvement content videos. Meanwhile, I wasn't even applying to what I learned from those videos to my life. I just find it kind of funny how I would be watching those videos on how I thought I was being productive, and I would watch those videos without realizing that I didn't apply it to my life. And then I would be putting down one of my brothers who is not doing what I was doing, which is quote unquote the good habits. And I remember there was a time where I would be doing good habits, but then eventually I would go back to my old ways. Even though I felt like I wasn't playing video games on my console, I would still be playing it on my phone. And I noticed that my brothers would be playing it, and I would like condemn them for playing it without realizing that I was addicted. Honestly, if I'm being real, I'm still addicted to playing video games, but I'm slowly trying to stop playing as much since I realized that I could be productive in other areas of my life. And this just shows how much God has changed my heart. It's like he wants me to help my family, especially my brothers, and wants me to be more kind towards them and be more supportive, and instead of criticizing them for doing the bad habits. If there's anything that you can take from this video, is that you should definitely read the Bible, spend time with God in prayer. Even though if it's not a lot of time, it's important that you dedicate a little bit of time that you can towards him. I know it's going to be a struggle at the beginning, but over time you'll start to want to spend more time with him. And that's how God communicates through us, which is his word. By being still with God, you're going to learn how his voice sounds like, and you're going to trust more on God leading you. I just hope that what I'm talking about today in this video inspires you guys to spend more time alone with God, and also to realize that even though the things that we're going through is used for the goodness of God's purpose in our lives, even though bad things happen like what happened to me, which I thought was bad, which is arguments with my brothers, it led us becoming more and more closer with one another. So everything bad that you may seem like it's a negative thing in your life, it could actually lead you into a bigger purpose that God has for you. And a good example of this is the story of Joseph, where basically Joseph was in prison. And then eventually, the time that Joseph was in prison, it led to Joseph becoming very rich in Egypt and being behind Pharaoh, which at the time Pharaoh was like big leader in Egypt. So just keep trusting God. I know that this journey is hard, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Just make sure to share this video to others, and just know that I love you and God loves you more. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.